Ben, I'll get that. Here's your shirt.
Thanks. Well, did you wake Sleeping Beauty?
Not yet. She's sleeping like a log.
Oh, well, I'm glad somebody got a good night's sleep.
Oh, here, let me rub that for you.
I guess I'm not used to camping out in the living room. I thought my Boy Scout days were over.
Just think of it as doing your good deed for the day.
Well, letting Becky spend the night was my good deed for yesterday. Today, she goes home to Russ.
Ben, please,
Lori? Now, we already discussed this last night. Becky's place is with her husband. It's not the Christian thing to contribute to the separation of a husband and wife.
I know, but, I mean, I can't make her go back home if she doesn't want to, and, look, I can't throw her out. Becky's my best friend.
As Becky's best friend, you can help her most by telling her to go home to Russ. Today.
Yeah, but you didn't see how jealous and irrational Russ was when he jumped Phil. Ben, what if he hurts Becky?
Look, Russ has his shortcomings, but I don't think he would ever hit Becky.
You don't know Russ like I do.
Nor do I want to. But he seems to keep popping up in our lives. I want Becky out of here before I get home tonight.
You're not being reasonable. Becky.
You sleep well?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be late for work. I'll be home around 6.
Ben got up on the wrong side of the sleeping bag this morning. Want some breakfast? Yeah.
Good morning, Peter. 1 egg or 2?
2. How'd you know I was here?
I love that cologne on your father, too.
Impressive, huh?
Well, I don't know if anybody would know how much it costs, but you smell, macho.
Thanks.
Peter! You're wearing a new suit.
I know. Fits well, doesn't it?
Well, it looks great on you, but, does it fit the occasion?
Well, I just, thought I'd add a touch of class to the high school scene.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, your friends are going to think you're touched in the head.
Well, it's all part of my new image, you see. I like to keep them guessing. One day work clothes, the next day, Ivy League.
Oh, well, is this new image or smell part of your plan to impress a girl at school?
Maybe. Mom, school's just a small part of my life now, you see. Now I'm a real man working in a real world around real women.
Well, that sounds really neat. But what does it really mean? Peter, you're not going to wear your new suit around the construction job.
I'll be careful.
Okay. Well, wearing a suit to school is one thing. Wearing it to a construction site is another. Well, besides, it doesn't go with your hard hat.
Look, I'll wear it to work, okay? Not at work. I'll change after lunch. Hey, speaking of lunch, think I could borrow Dad's attaché case and some money for lunch?
I thought you just got paid.
Yeah, I did, but the parts for my car were really expensive.
Well, okay, I guess you can have a couple dollars on my dresser.
I was thinking more like 15.
$15?
Well, it's a business lunch with a woman, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that explains a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're on.
Good. What are you doing today?
Oh, I'm going to do something really exciting.
Yeah?
I think I'll clean the house.
How'd you get the day off?
Doctor's orders. Alex insisted that it would be a good break from the hospital.
Mm.
There you go.
And you're going to ruin a perfectly good day cleaning the house? Come on.
Well, I could plan to go to lunch with a handsome hard-working young man, but he's got other plans.
Oh. The light overwhelms me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought that...
Well, I know it's early. I was hoping to catch you and Becky before you left
Oh,
this
you're
morning.
too late. Becky's not here.
Oh, I haven't seen her since she left the hospital. I was hoping...
Well, you just missed her. You know, she had an early class this morning. She had to get to.
Oh. How's she feeling since the miscarriage?
Yeah, fine. Good as new, you know.
Yeah, well, she's a tough girl. Tough, but sensitive. That's a good combination.
Yeah.
How are things going with you two?
You're beginning to sound like Mom.
That's no answer.
We're doing okay. Becky's a little bit moody, but the doctor said that that's to be expected.
Is that all?
Vince, we're fine. We're doing really good, okay? Really. Look, I gotta get ready for class.
Yeah, I can take a hint. I came by to ask you and Becky to have supper with me tonight.
Yeah, well, thanks, but I don't think we're gonna be...
Make it 7 o'clock. I won't take no for an answer.
We can't. We got plans to...
Then we'll make it 6. You have to eat anyway.
Vince...
I think Becky would like it. It'd be a nice change for her.
But Vince, I'm telling you, I just...
6 o'clock.
This list of confiscated items accounts for almost every burglary in that neighborhood. Why, son? Drugs? Okay, book him, Dalton.
There's a doctor in the house.
Alex, good to see you.
You're looking good.
Well, thank you. I feel good.
How's the leg doing?
Well, I'm not running any races, but it's coming along. Have a seat.
Hey, thank you.
Listen, I got your message. It was a little vague, but is this social or business?
Well, it's both. You know, I haven't heard from you since you canceled that last fishing trip on me.
I'm sorry, I just got busy.
Well, I caught a 15-pound bass.
A 15-pounder? No.
Would you believe 3?
Alex, you and your fish stories.
Well, one day I'm going to catch that big granddaddy bass up in Meadow Lake. You just watch.
Not if I catch him first.
Excuse me, John. Lieutenant needs your signature on these.
Okay, I'll get this back to you as soon as I have a look at it.
Hey, look, John, I know you're busy, so I'll come right to the point. I need a favor.
Just ask. Anything within the law.
A friend of mine's been receiving annoying telephone calls.
Obscene?
No, not yet. But
Alex, do you know how many people get prank phone calls every day?
Look, I know this lady's a friend of yours, but our department is just very busy.
Yeah, I realize that, John. But I've never asked you for a favor before. Terry Davidson's been through a lot recently, and these telephone calls are just making matters worse for her. I'm concerned about her well-being, both physical and emotional.
Davidson?
Yeah, she's Scott Davidson's widow.
The newscaster. It was a car accident on New Year's Eve, wasn't it?
Terry lost her mother in the same crash.
Look, I'm sorry. Alex, I didn't know him personally, but I used to see him around here every once in a while, and he did a lot for our department.
Well, it would mean a lot to me, John, if you could do anything at all.
Okay, Alex, I'll look into it.
Thank you.
For you and for Terry Davidson.
Oh, good morning, Daddy.
Miriam?
The house is beginning to look a lot better already, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a start. Miriam, would you please do that somewhere else? I'm trying to read.
Sorry. Oh, just go get you some coffee. I made it all by myself.
Don't bother.
Oh, it's no bother. I'll be right back.
Miriam.
Here we go. Oh, I'll get that later. Sorry. Here, Daddy.
No saucer?
Oh, I forgot.
No, that's all right.
Is it too strong?
That's an understatement. However, it doesn't make any difference. I'm going out for breakfast.
Oh, good. I'll just go get dressed and it'll be just like old times.
Mim, I'm going to leave very shortly, and I've got a meeting afterward.
Maybe we can make it just for lunch then.
No, I have other plans.
How about dinner?
No.
Daddy, please. I'm trying to make amends with you, and you won't even seem to spend any time with me.
Miriam, it's too late for that. And you better get used to the idea of my not doing things with you. I'm moving out.
Daddy, you can't do that.
I can and I am. And don't act as if I were deserting you. You're a grown woman and you'll be standing on your own 2 feet. That's what you should do. I'll have my things sent for.
Daddy, you can't leave. This is Nancy, isn't it? I know it. It's Nancy.
Well, it's very obvious that I can't read my paper here.
No, Daddy, come on now. Where are you going? Or where can I reach you, at least tell me?
You have my office number.
Hi, Vicki.
Peter? I almost didn't recognize you. I'm so used to seeing you in your work clothes and hard hat.
Yeah, well, I wear a suit sometimes, too. Gene's not here?
He'll be back in about an hour. Can I help you?
Perhaps. I need the permit for Debbie Drive.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Well, it's very important. Could you check it for me?
Sure. Excuse me.
Oh, that's okay.
Is that...
Oh, yeah, it is. It's very expensive. I wear it all the time.
Is that Debbie Drive?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That permit won't be ready for another week. The due date should be on your copy of the original of the application.
Really? Oh, boy. Mr. Prescott's not gonna like that. Hey, it's okay. It's all right, I'll explain it to him.
Thanks. But it's in black and white. You could read it.
Yeah, well. Hey, you know, out of all the offices that I have to deal with during the day, this is the most efficient. And, you're the prettiest secretary.
Thank you. But I'm not a secretary. I'm an assistant.
All the better. Hey, you know, I got some extra time. You think maybe you could join me in lunch?
That's very sweet of you, Peter, but I've already...
Hi.
Hello. I'll be ready in a minute, Clark. Maybe another time.
I really should be going. And you still haven't signed those papers.
We should have lunch like this more often.
We could. But how about dinner tonight?
I have plans with old man Coulter. How about later?
I'll be home. What does Coulter want?
Information, but he's not going to get any.
Why? You're usually very cooperative with him.
Politics, my dear. The more you play harder to get, the greater the profits become.
Is that how you've been with me lately?
Well, not intentionally, but I'll make it up to you tonight.
Now sign these before we both forget about them.
There is a reason why I haven't been coming around quite so often.
What?
Well, I think we ought to use a little more discretion until after the election. What if your father found out about us? He is one of my biggest supporters.
So am I. Don't worry about Daddy, because I'm a big girl now. I have my own apartment, college education, a good job, at his favorite politician's savings and loan.
Trust me, Brooke. Your father wouldn't understand, and neither would the voters.
We can just deny it. What's the problem?
There isn't one. And that's the way I want to keep it. How are things at the bank?
I heard Curtis say that the Maxwell account should be ours any day now.
Good. I'll be with you in a moment.
See you tonight.
Come in. Thank you for delivering those papers.
It was no problem at all, Mr. Slaymaker.
What can I do for you, Mr. Redland?
Sorry to interrupt, Commissioner, but I need a signature on this final permit. You're the only commissioner in the building.
Hollister Mall.
It only seems proper that you should be the one to sign this particular permit.
Why do you say that?
Only that you've shown a special interest in the project, Commissioner.
You know, I seem to have recalled of late that I heard that Miss Marshall was appointed to a very prominent government position in Washington.
Yeah, that's right. They recognized her abilities right away.
And I like to think that we recognized your abilities when you were promoted to a most influential position in so short a time. I trust you won't let us down.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Well, now, the construction of Hollister Mall is now officially approved.
Now all Carpenter has to do is remove the debris and build.
You know, Redland, the Office of Planning and Development is a political machine. In fact, my political campaign could use a black on the ticket. Why don't you think about it?
Yeah, Commissioner, I'll give it some thought. Dave?
Who is it?
Detective Brubaker, Kingsley Police Department.
Oh, come in.
Miss Davidson?
Yes, you must be Alex's friend.
Right.
Well, forgive my appearance. I'm just in the middle of cleaning the oven.
Oh, that's all right. I won't be very long. Alex tells me you're receiving some mysterious phone calls.
Yes.
May I?
Oh, yes, of course, please. Could I get you a cup of coffee?
No, thanks. You have a very nice home here, Mrs. Davidson.
Oh, thank you. It's a lot bigger since Scott's not here.
My condolences concerning the loss of your husband. I know it's been a major adjustment without him.
Yes. Now I'm getting these phone calls. I can't understand it. Why me? And who?
Thousands of people knew your husband from his news program. Those people now know you're alone. All it takes is one person with a warped sense of humor. Tell me about the calls.
Well, they started about a week ago. First, I only got a few calls here at home. And now, he's calling me at work, too.
What does he say?
Not much. Well, usually there's silence, the breathing, and then there's the sound of mumbling. It's laughing or crying, I can't tell. And then he says, I'm sorry. The last call I got at the hospital, he said that he needed to see me.
Are you sure you don't know this guy?
No, of course not. And he won't give me his name. Can you help me?
Don't worry, Miss Davidson. We'll get to the bottom of this. In the meantime, I want you to have my card and feel free to call me anytime, day or night.
Thank you.
I'll be in touch. Incidentally, now that you're a single woman, you should take special precautions not to encourage any potential problems.
What do you mean?
Well, it just means plan ahead. You have to look out for the little things. Park your car in a lighted area. Make sure you got your house key out before you get out of your car. Keep your car doors locked and your house locked all the time. Pull your drapes.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Remember, call me if you need me.
Okay, I will. Thank you very much.
Hey, Vince.
How's my girl?
I'm fine. Russ isn't here. He won't be home probably for another hour. He's got football.
Well, we have plans for dinner later on, didn't he tell you?
No, I haven't seen him. Vince, it's kind of bad timing tonight.
I knew this morning when I dropped by here something was wrong.
You mean Russ didn't tell you that I left him? Or why?
He covered it up, but I guessed.
How?
You two love each other. Let's say that's simple. One night separations is about all you can stand before your egos become secondary.
I don't think that's the case with Russ and me.
I've tried, you know, but Russ's jealousy is driving me crazy. I mean, it's stifling, you know? I mean, I'm a person, not a thing. I've got to be me.
Russ loves you, Becky.
Well, isn't trust and consideration a part of love?
Should be, yeah.
Well, then tell Russ that. Do you know what he did yesterday? He beat up a friend of mine, Phil. We were just sitting there talking, and all of a sudden, Russ comes up and... Phil ended up in the hospital, Vince.
Is it serious?
No, it wasn't serious, but he didn't deserve it. Neither did I. I mean, I was very embarrassed.
Just remembering my younger days. So Russ is a little bit jealous.
Yeah, try paranoid.
Becky, don't do something you'll regret.
It can't get any worse.
You know, you think you've got Russ all figured out, that he'll never change, and you're wrong. I guess I have more faith in him because I know I used to be like him.
Vince, you're trying to cover up for him.
No, no, no. You see, back in those days, I was married to Louise, but I was in love with Carrie, and I couldn't seem to make either one of them happy. I ended up fighting with them all the time, until I realized that a woman responds more to love and understanding than she does to jealousy. Now, Russ will learn that too, Becky.
When? When it's too late?
Becky.
Well, we can eat dinner another night.